What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Arccway, a new direction of a modern man. And today's mini video here, I'm basically giving you guys the update on my beard and my hair. So I know from previously, about a few months ago, we're doing the journey of where it's just periodically, I'm just continually bringing you guys on a journey of where I'm at now to where I'm going to be within growing my hair and my beard. And I just want to genuinely give you guys that update of where I'm at right now. And I feel like, first of all, let's just get started into this video. So first and foremost, this type of video right now is gonna really be about the haircut and just about where I'm at right now with what my beard is and where I want it to go. But also I'm just gonna give you guys and just talk a little bit with you guys, just more or less about what's on my mind regarding entrepreneurship, leadership, and business wise. So I just want to share my gems. And within this own video, make sure you subscribe, rate, comment, and this type of video is actually going to be raw, uncut. So it's going to be minimal editing in this type of video. So I want to do that for you guys. Just keep it really thorough so you guys can, really understand where I'm coming from and just have a free flow conversation. So just getting into it. So right now, my beard is actually, as you kind of see right now, it's essentially, before it was quite springy on my ends. Maybe I can just zoom in here. On the ends, it was quite springy, but my barber started trimming it up a bit, so it was nice to have a nice shape again. I just came back from work right now, but I haven't really picked it out, so it kind of looks maybe a bit uneven. I don't know, it's my perception, but at the end of the day, the ends are actually very crisp and clean on the ends there. So that is something every guy should do with when they get their beard trimmed every 3 months. Make sure you just get it trimmed and lined up properly so you can have that face shape that you want. Not only face shape, but your beard shape that you want. And that really complements your face and your structure. So that's really important to do. Regarding the top of my head, one thing I'll say for sure is, when you do let your hair grow, especially when you're growing waves, it feels like for more than a month and a half, it does look lopsided on your head. Because my head before, it gained a lot of hair up top, and the sides were kind of a bit of uneven. It was kind of interesting to see, but at the same time, when it kind of grew in on the sides, my whole head shape just looked off in general. And as wavers, as you guys probably already know, one bad night or one night you don't wear your do-rag really just messes up the whole flow of it. So I won't say a reset, but I have the waves in my hair for sure, but it just really got lowered a level. So yeah, that's what that is regarding that. So I'm happy with the level I do have right now. I try to keep it that low as best as possible. Maybe I like it to be a little bit thicker up top so you don't really see the skull. But regarding the waves, there's not really a big difference. But maybe there is actually. But you guys tell me in the comment section down below if you guys notice the big difference. And I'll tell you guys in the comment section after I reply. I'll tell you guys I've been brushing or not. But I wanted to get into a topic today for you guys, and that really is just, entrepreneurship is an uphill battle. You get the highs and lows, just like anything in life. And I just want to talk to you guys more or less about what's going on in my personal life, so you guys can have an understanding of this type of journey that I'm on, in the sense of building a channel, building a brand, but also how my personal life is and how it affects this work atmosphere of my space of creating, my creativity. So when your personal life affects your creative business life and how to balance that out, I'm just going to expose and share with you guys my insight and my experiences as of currently now. So we're going to get into it. So first and foremost, when I think about it, I'm realizing how much of my 9-to-5 work is actually affecting my creative time creating videos for you guys and content. And I'm noticing that the more time I actually put into that 9 to 5, I'm having less time to focus on the craft of YouTube and menswear. And that's really, it sucks because sometimes I want to be able to provide the best quality content, but also give you guys what I truly believe you guys deserve, and also for many people around the world when these videos start growing to a bigger audience. And one thing I'll say for sure is that not only I realize in 9 to 5 and having that proper balance is extremely needed within your own lifestyle, but it's more deeper than that. It's also about the type of environment you're in, the type of like work atmosphere you're in. And for me personally, where I'm currently am right now, I'm not going to say the company's name, maybe in the future, like on one of the podcasts or something, but I'm realizing after my performance review of getting pretty much degraded in a sense, and haven't even spoke my piece about what my value is. I realized quickly that I'm just a number working for this company. So I kind of realized that in a sense, and it really took me back, and I started thinking about not only company cultures, but just like in the sense of like humanity and how people are essentially should be treating each other, and what type of atmosphere do you want to create. And I truly believe that I gave everything I could within this company right now. Worked my butt off. I was there when they needed me. I was the type of I'll say was because I'm changing right now, but I was the type of person that if you need me, give me a call. If you need anything to do you need something covered at work, give me a call. I'm there. I'll be on time. I was always reliable in that work atmosphere. But I'm realizing from there, the amount of times I was really reliable, I also get taken advantage for as well. So that was something that was unfortunate, and it kind of sucks because at the same time, I love the company, man. I love the fact that I'm making an impact in people's lives. Not only that, networking with great people, and just really changing people's lives. And honestly, that's what got me involved within this company right now. So I kind of realized that I was quickly just a number, and I was devalued, and I was overworked. So I kind of created this thing: overworked, underpaid, and underappreciated. So I created that little, acronym, and that kind of really helped me to resonate if this type of environment would be right for me at the end of the day. And I quickly realized that it isn't, but at the same time, when you are in a certain position in life where you can't just leave, you have to figure your way out in a sense, right? Personally, I live on my own. I pay rent. So many people like that out there, especially people watching this video. So you understand that if you are in a work atmosphere, you can't just up and leave, but you can make a better decision for yourself. You can make a way out if you feel like this environment isn't working for you. And it's kind of great because I'm realizing these are the times that really test my character, not only to put up with people, but also to stand my ground and actually develop as a person, because this is just a minuscule factor of what could actually happen in the future on a bigger, grander scale. And for me personally, I'm realizing that not saying the longer I stay, but the longer I strengthen that skill of not only patience, but honing my own self within these moments, the stronger I'll become. And this is something that's transferable within any atmosphere or any place to walk of life, right? So I totally forgot what it was, but there was a saying regarding to state your value, you need obviously the practice to say like no, for example, because they're saying every time you do say no, you're actually strengthening yourself, because you're allowing yourself not to be mistreated and misguided, but also not used for something that they just need you to do on and off the bat. So having the ability to say no is actually a true strength in its nature, and that's something that I'm actually obtaining in my life as of right now. I'm really challenging myself for this week of saying to this week. I'm saying no to things that I feel like are a stretch for me, and really cutting off my personal life. For that sense, it just makes overall understanding for me to actually not do that for once in my life, right? So I'm really one thing I'll just really say as well is self-care. Self-care is so important because you don't realize it, and it's unfortunate because when you're on this like roller coaster. So it's a good roller coaster. Work is good, maybe highs and lows, but sometimes things do hit you and it starts treading down. And those moments are the moments you don't realize that you need self-care the most. And then sometimes it might peak up a bit, but then it has a bigger dip. And as it has a bigger dip off of what people would say or whatever the case or situation would be, you just kind of drop and you kind of taper off and start dipping down. But from there, around that dip, I realized, man, I wasn't taking care of myself. You know, my beard was dry. I was mad tired. My attitude was just for like the presence and life wasn't there at the work atmosphere. And then I had to do something about that change. And that's something I had to take accountability on, right, in my own nature. And I basically, the last 2 days, I went to the gym back to back. Just because the first day I went to the gym, I didn't really feel like I did the workout. I had a good workout. I went to the sauna, had a good sweat, but I still woke up the next day feeling stressed. I still felt this aura around me of just like, how am I mistreated in this atmosphere? Like, where can I go and what can I do? I've been patient for so long, and I'm just like kind of personally just talking to the universe and really trying to speak my way out into existence, and just really trying to put myself in a place where I really want to be. And the only way you can do that is through action, because action removes doubt. So from there, I went to the gym again the next day, and I felt a lot better. I was a lot more serious of what my workout was going to be. I had a haircut lined up around 2 p.m., so that was a good morning, transitioning into the afternoon. Got my groceries. So I kind of did the daily maintenance stuff, right? The daily things you have to do. Did that. I felt better. Got the haircut. Felt great. And it's interesting to know that when you do get a haircut, your confidence just skyrockets. It's something unusual, but I remember reminiscing about when I was about like 16, when I did get my first haircut, and that was just crazy. When I did get my first haircut, it was just a great experience, because all I can remember back in high school, not only getting a haircut, but I had a different style than everyone else. And I remember I was the first person in high school to bring back the flat top. So that, in a sense, was something that was just you felt like your confidence was lifted, right? And it was amazing because I saw the effects of the flat top on my style, how I rocked it, affect the whole wave of students, people that were my peers, people that were older than me, and people that were just younger. It was amazing to see different grades get affected by the haircut, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type of look I had back in the day. And it's just amazing to see what like not only a haircut can do for you, but the confidence behind the haircut. So I got a haircut that day, and I just felt like for myself that I felt like I was back to myself. I was coming back to who I was, and because I haven't been making content for like the last 2 weeks, and it was kind of due to the effect of this atmosphere I'm in and this conversation and the treatment, how they're treating employees. And personally, I'm the type of person that I don't stand for BS within the workplace, and that's something no one should be standing for, but we tend to feel comfortable in these type of atmospheres and just say, oh, that's just how it is. Oh, the money's good, or I just need, so there's a lot of excuses people do have, and don't get me wrong, I'm in this position right now, but this isn't something that is going to be sustaining long term. When I do this little vlog, little raw cut vlog with you guys again, it'll be in a different atmosphere, and I'll elaborate more into that. But one thing I'll say for sure, just to highlight this whole topic of conversation, is that there's the three things I learned from this experience of bad company that I can take on as an entrepreneur. And I know for a fact that when my company and the impact I have with Arccway, providing jobs for people, I know how to bring value to people, and it's very apparent. But the biggest thing is, I noticed that a lot of baby boomers, for example, they may not understand where you're coming from, because they could be just looking at the numbers, and that's why a lot of these young tech companies are just skyrocketing. It's about how you treat people as a whole, and there's a lot of gems that I learned on the job here, that even if it's good or bad, I always find something I'm learning from it. So I'm always writing down my notes. I'm mentally keeping notes as well. But it's essentially affected me so much that now it's become my core value. Not only having proper values and living and breathing it in the company, but also humanity and having people act and be treated equally. So that's something that is extremely important for me and my company that I'm creating, and many companies I basically put my thumb in. So I want to go from there, where I noticed one major thing I noticed was the effect of words. The effect of words is huge. Like that, if you know, it's you know how it is when someone say degrades you, or just puts you down on a different level, or just says your value isn't what you say it is. And that's essentially what happened to me. And that's that type of thing. And knowing the backbone and the backstory behind it, knowing the work you put in for that company, and knowing that you trained multiple people on that job force, and the fact is that you're not getting valued for the time and effort you did put in, really, really sucks. It really makes you feel like, wow, all the time and effort I put into this, I'm not getting any type of gratitude for it. And it really kind of stresses you out on that level, because they keep using you, but at the same time your financial gains isn't increasing at all, and you're thinking like, what's the value of me even being here if I'm not getting valued as a person? So the power of words for me was really impactful. Essentially for me, it was just a conversation of me looking to have an increase in pay, and the franchise owner saying to me, well, Lu, I don't think you're worth $17 or whatever the case is, but I'm gonna start you there. And that right there, it was just like, whoa. The thing is, in a moment, I'm very patient and like contained and stoic person, but something like that within 2 weeks' time, it really sunk into me. And I really realized that, you know what, I hear what you're saying, but I know mentally that's not even my value. Like $17, are you kidding me? Like, I know my value, and it's priceless. Let's just say that. It's priceless. Because I know the impact, and I know the practice, and I know what I have to provide for someone. I know the true value that I can give. You can't buy it. But when someone says something like that to you, it puts you back, it sets you back. And words are so strong that if you say the wrong thing to someone, it ruins a relationship off the bat, and we all know it. You've been in relationships before, with friends, romantic relationships, work relationships, and you just know that when you cross certain boundaries with people, it just doesn't go any further. It doesn't go forward. It really sets the whole situation backwards. So that was that in a sense, and I kind of had to reevaluate where I was, because I personally felt like I reached a cap, even though I wanted more for myself and within the company, but I reached this cap where I was just like, I'm helping out here, I'm training people here, I'm putting my time in, and I'm not getting rewarded for it or recognized. So that actually helped me. That, I don't say helped, but you know, it made me aware of the experience I'm in, and it made me help me steer myself into more or less my career path before the YouTube picks up, and that is more in the menswear department. So that is something that is really recognized from that whole experience, and also giving people value. I think a lot of times within work atmospheres, people are not recognized for the efforts and time they do put into the craft, and not only the company, the blood, sweat, and tears they put into it. And if you essentially just tell someone, you know, Lu, or I'll just say one with you, my name, but I'll use like Jim, you did a great job today. I recognized that you did, you know, all those 3 assignments. You put them nicely in alphabetical order. Me and the staff, the management really appreciate it. Your colleagues appreciate it. We appreciate you all. And that type of thing really uplifts someone. And I'm sure it uplifts someone who's watching this right now where they can relate to it. So those type of things are recognizable, but also received in a great way. And validating someone for the person who they are and telling them that they're doing a great job really lifts their spirit and really makes them go harder. And that right there is the difference between someone quitting after a performance review versus them staying for 2 to 3 years, moving up in your company. And that's something I personally live by. You gotta live, when you say something, is you're saying it beyond the surface level. And it's really, it gets down to, you know, it gets down to, this gets down to a deeper part of the brain. So the neocortex, I believe, like it just gets down to that part where it's in your memory bank for so long, and then it's just like in your index card of that person, right? That right there. And just also overworking, having your personal life, that's so important. Personal life is very, very important. And for me, and I, as much as I respect my personal life, but I have to give more for myself to provide for other people. Having that time for yourself is extremely important, and I truly believe it. So being in an atmosphere where they allow you to have your time off when needed, and they don't rely on you to stop what you're doing and be at work because you have your week off or whatever, your 2 weeks off or your vacation. And along that, benefits, actually giving people benefits. It doesn't matter if it's a career job or a basic, I don't say basic, but it doesn't matter if it's a career job or just like a 9 to 5 hourly job, right? Everyone deserves benefits where they can get it, but for the most part, give something to the employees, because it's a telltale sign when a franchise company, they can pick and choose, they can opt in for benefits for the employees or not. It's pretty evident how people get treated, and if you're not in a certain positions, then you get treated a certain way. So there's a lot of things I'm just learning and growing and really embracing. So this all right here is really a lightning in the bottle moment. So I don't know if it's beneficial for anyone out there, but it's just really interesting just to see as an entrepreneur and experience my experiences around me, and then just really capture in these moments so I can put them on camera, but also help me and help people out there grow as an individual, as a person, and as an entrepreneur into bigger and better things down the road. So I just wanted to give you guys that update regarding the beard and the hair, but most importantly for me, I feel like this conversation between us was like a really good one, and I feel a little bit relieved that it's almost therapeutic to do this, but I'm really happy that I could actually share and then explain myself to people that may have not met yet, but at least someone can understand where I'm coming from this. So I just wanted to share those gems with you guys and just my experience, and I'd love to keep you guys updated within the next video regarding this. And I just want you guys to also just definitely stay strong out there. And just also develop a time for yourself where you can put time into yourself during the week. Maybe have a day off from everything. Maybe your personal entrepreneurship life, your 9 to 5, if you're in it. Just have a day off for yourself. And that's really most importantly, because at the end of the day, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually love these honest raw cut videos now. I'm doing it more. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel and you guys already know the rest. And I'll see you guys soon.